So let's jump into this study. I'm very excited to go through it because it's another
humdinger.
It's another good one.
This is awesome. So managing out of the money. So remember our last week was at the expected move. Out of the money, 0 DTEs, beyond puts.
Beyond puts. So we're branching out. We're going beyond puts.
We are branching out. And this was, like I said, my favorite. So now here we go. Here is the study. The 0 DTE options have never been more liquid or accessible, making them an increasingly popular venue for active premium sellers.
Selling out-of-the-money spreads is one of the strongest inroads for retail traders to get involved, combining a high win rate and limited downside at the cost of a smaller initial credit.
So selecting strategies and strikes is only the first step. Once a trade is on, management mechanics take up an active trader's day.
We've already examined how different management mechanics affect 0 DTE short put verticals at the expected move. Today, we extend the investigation to call spreads and iron condors for those who want to mix up the directional bias.
So he's got, and I like this, thank you Jacob for doing this, he's got put spreads on there, call spreads on there separate, and then you put them together and you got the iron condor.
Iron condors.
All at the expected moves.
And we know a lot of people who do both sides. They're doing the iron condors. We've been doing just the put spreads, but we know lots of people who do both sides, so we're going to do a deep dive into all three.
We do. Okay. The study is using 3 years of data in 0 DTE SPX options collected every 10 minutes.
Considered selling $10 wide 0 DTE spreads, puts, calls, or iron condors at 9 a.m. Chicago time, give or take 5 minutes, every day with short strikes at the expected move. So remember that, short strikes at the expected move.
And that's been vetted. So that's why it's buildable. The 9 o'clock is just where he kind of seemed to land, give or take 9 o'clock Chicago time. Okay. Trades were monitored every 10 minutes to see if they have surpassed profit targets set at a percentage of the initial credit.
And trades that did not reach their profit targets were either left on through the close or exited at noon. Yes. Now, we saw a study a week or two ago that showed exiting at noon didn't really make sense anymore.
We did. And it's in here. You will see a lot of these. You will see these in conjunction with. You can go back to last week's and look at it too. He's building, and this is a buildable process.
All right, and all trades were assumed to.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. All trades were assumed to exercise at mid-price. All times are Chicago.
I mean, I like that they say Chicago time 3 times in there because we're going to get 4 emails today that say what time.
What time zone? What time zone are you
talking? What time
zone
in? We're in Chicago, so Central Standard Time, CST.
Yep.
Got it? Okay.
All right, so here we go. Managing out of the money 0 DTs beyond the put. So this is just looking at put verticals with your short put at the expected move, managing at 25% mixed profit, 50%, or just letting it go.
Hold on, but the key point is in the corner. This is exited at noon.
Oh, exit at noon.
Yeah, so this is the key point of the study. So they're doing time frames with it. So you've got 25%, 50%, 25%, 50%, or exiting at noon.
Yeah, time management only is at noon.
Exiting at noon.
So
yes.
They're all winners, but none of them look great. I'm not looking at this slide thinking, I got to go do this. I have to exit at noon no matter what. And we saw this last week. Exiting at noon it's not going to reap the best results.
Correct. But wait, this is my favorite slide of the lot. Here we go. Put verticals held through the close. So that's the time management column. So you're either taking it off at 25%, 50%, or no management.
Now, I know the best case scenario here is no management. But I couldn't help myself. This morning, I sold this put spread with my short put at the expected move, and as soon as it filled, I put in a GTC for 50%. I couldn't help myself.
I let it ride. I got
You
my
did?
dice out. Yeah. I don't have a closing order in. I'm getting crazy.
She's going to get full profit at the end of the day.
So I'm a huge fan of looking at stuff like this, and this is why this is my favorite. And then we will go forward because I want to go through everything. What I love about this, because I do keep in mind, your smaller accounts, the ones that can't close things, right? So right, and June 4th, we broke the news yesterday. They will be able to close it.
There's going to be a celebration of epic proportions on June 4th when the pattern day trading rule is changed.
It's going to be lifted. It's going to like a phoenix from the ashes. All these retail traders are going to come out of the woodwork.
All these new young people with smaller accounts, they're going to be, I can't imagine what the volume is going to be like.
I know, I can't either. I can't. So, that's why I kind of like this. With the win percentage, you got an 87% win rate, but what my favorite part about it was, I do like the P&L, so that was kind of enticing. The drawdown, max drawdown was less.
Right, because you're getting more. If you're selling, so around 9 o'clock, when you sell a $10 wide put spread with your short put at the expected move, you're getting about $1.80.
It's about
right?
$1.80.
That's what it was today, $1.80. So if you're having no management and it's full win, so you're making $1.80, $1.80, $1.80, and then you have a loss, your drawdown's less versus when I put it on for $1.80 and I take it off for 50%, that's only $90.
Yep.
So I get it. I just, after yesterday, because yesterday, if I didn't get out of my trade, it would have been a full loss.
Yes, but I do believe yesterday is one of those. Like, if you look at this, yesterday would have been one of those 13%. So, and when they're saying no management, if you're getting about $1.90 for a $10 wide, $1.60, $1.80, whatever it was, your risk is about $820. So, to your point, you're getting more. That's why the drawdown is less for these.
Right. So I do like that. But coming off of yesterday, I couldn't help myself but to put in the 50%.
But you also didn't have the expected move. You had the at the monies.
Right. But even if you want to close at 50%, because lots of our viewers do, it's still a good average P&L.
A great
It's a good average P&L.
This Jacob gets a gold star. This is my favorite slide. Now we're going to keep moving forward. Go ahead.
I also want to say we have 3 years of data now with these zero DTEs. So these results, we've done studies like this. We've done studies in the past where the results are slightly different than they are now. We've done studies before which showed maybe noon management was better, but we're getting more and more data as these are around a bit longer. So these results are the last 3 years of data. If we have some kind of wild, crazy year, it could change.
It could change. And you're right. The column of 50%, no harm, no foul. I think it's a great column.
Yeah.
I'm not throwing shade on the 50%.
She's throwing shade. How do you throw shade?
I don't know, but I'm not throwing shade on the 50%. But here, watch this. This is where it got real interesting. So this is what changed here is the call verticals exited at noon. Negatives. I didn't even look at anything else. You got huge max drawdowns and negatives everywhere.
So when you pair the short call spread with the puts, it's just going to draw down your average P&L because you could see the short call verticals, all losers. If you're exiting at noon. What's the next slide if you let them ride? Whoa, you don't want to let those short call spreads ride.
Look at the max drawdowns.
Liz is in shock.
This is where I was like, you got to be kidding me. This is your unlucky time. You've tapped out. Yes.
Next drawdown.
That's what I. This
142,000.
No management. Every time you sold a $10 wide call spread,
you lose every
time. And every day you lose.
Every day you're a loser. I don't want to be a loser every day. That's why I don't sell the short call spreads. I don't want to. I want to win more than I lose. I want an 87% win rate. I want that 89% win rate. I don't want to lose every day.
I know. So what I find flabbergasting about this now we will get to the takeaways, and everybody's going to say it's an up market. Everybody's going to say it's an up market. Okay, so now I'm going to go call verticals held through the close. Everything's a loser.
You know what? This year, it includes last week, last month, this past quarter. This includes for Q1 of 2025. Like, we've had down moves in this market. It's all included in this data. So you can't just say, oh, we're in a bull market. No. Well, it's interesting because the no management, you can say we're in a bull market. When you exit at 50%, I've gotten out at 50% on a horrible day. Similar to you. I mean, look at those call spreads. You see the loss on those call spreads?
I know. Yeah. So then here's the iron condors. And to Jenny's point, this is the merging of the calls and the puts together. So exited at noon.
Doesn't make sense.
It's not bad. It's better than just the call.
What do you mean it's not bad?
No, I'm just using Jacob's takeaways.
Oh, it's not bad. You can make a little bit of money.
You're not negative. How about that?
Okay.
You're not negative.
On to the iron condors, letting them go. If you have no management at all, it's a negative average P&L. If you close at 50%, which a lot of our viewers sell iron condors and they manage early, your average P&L is a winner.
But now the drawdowns on, when you add the call spreads on, the drawdowns jump up by tenfold.
But many of our viewers, they're not selling their call, and many of our viewers to do the iron condors, they're not selling the call and put at the expected move. They're going further. They're not doing a 25 delta or a 20 delta. They might be selling a 16 delta or a 10 delta. Some are going much further.
And this is a choose your own adventure. These 0DTE SPX trades are a choose your own adventure. There's nothing wrong with doing both sides. There's nothing wrong with anything you're doing. If it's working, keep going.
Look at the max drawdown on the no management iron condors versus go back to the max drawdown of just the short put spreads.
I almost fell off my chair this morning. This is the no management.
No, but of the iron condors. The no management of the iron condors was
this is exited at noon. Time management only.
Yeah, the next slide.
That's what
I was just
on.
asking you to compare this max drawdown of $16,000 for an iron Condor with no management, and if you go back and look at just the short put spreads of no
there's
management.
6. This is the calls. Oh, this is the puts.
That's okay. The no management of the just short put spreads, the drawdown was only $1,900. That's what I'm.
That's
only
my favorite
$1,900.
I know. That's why I was like, I'm not doing it today. I let it ride.
She's letting it ride, folks. She's letting it ride. I still couldn't help it put in my 50%. I like the. I want the extra 2% win rate.
There's nothing wrong with that.
For now,
Okay.
it's about. For me, it depends on what the market's giving me.
Now,
if
and
the market's wild, I'm getting out and taking my profits. If the market's just sitting here in like dead days of summer, I'm going to let it ride.
But I will say, you got to keep this in mind. And yesterday was a very good example of this. Anything can happen. So that's why it does make me feel better taking my profits instead of waiting until 3 o'clock to see what happens.
That broken wing butterfly last night, that was stressful.
It was stressful, and I was actually rooting for our broken wing butterfly,
I
one on the show
know.
instead of it.
All right, so takeaways. The study period was broadly bullish, so it comes as little surprise that short put spreads performed well, especially with a light approach to management.
Yes, I was surprised by that. More notably, directionally neutral iron condors also held up well. This is from Jacob. Provided traders were quick to lock in their winners, but willing to stay patient with a losing position rather than cutting them early. So the closing at noon for an iron condor, no bueno.
No good. No good. In a persistently rising market, however, repeated short call exposure meant repeated losses. During extended run-ups, the max drawdowns, the largest peak to trough loss over the study period, got well out of hand.
It did?
Yeah, especially for traders who braved the close.
Yeah, that got really out of hand. I would have been tapped out. Okay, the appeal of short like when you're at $100,000 loss, you're like, one more time.
What am I gonna?
Today's the day.
What am I gonna tap out?
The appeal of short out of the money premium is that you don't need to be right, simply not too wrong, right? You don't have to be too wrong. The cushion is what allows directionally agnostic structure like iron condors to succeed, provided we identify the right management mechanics.
Now, I do want to say this study is great, and these results are, I think, really good results for that put spread. But you have to have market awareness. So if we start down every day, losing on the put spread, losing on the put spread, losing on the put spread, maybe you want to take a break. Maybe you want to say, hey, maybe market conditions are changing. Maybe I'll wait till things shake out.
Well, and you got to remember that these are done. It's over at the end of the day, right? So everybody's got a personal response. No one is a computer. So what Jacob's doing when he does the studies is he is a computer.
Right.
He does it every day without fail or sets in his parameters.
Yeah.
It's very tricky when you've got 10 losses or your max drawdown. You're like, I'm back.
I'm back again. So I do believe you need some level of market awareness, and you just can't blindly put these on.
You can't blindly put them on. I agree.
Well, then the study shows you can, but I'd like to have a little bit of market awareness, and I might change my trade depending on what the market's giving me.
Right. But what I did like about these is this was 0 DTE, not the overnight. You have no overnight risk in these, no matter what.